Connecticut's newsroom. Now, Fox Connecticut Morning News.
'Tis the season many people snag a holiday job to add some extra cheer to their bank account. But what happens after the holidays are over?
Well, not to worry. There are ways you can make that seasonal job into a full-time gig. This morning, we're joined by the president of IIPE, Executive Research, Karen Russo. Good morning, Karen. Thanks so much for joining us. Now, it is December, so a lot of people wondering, are there still any seasonal jobs out there?
Oh, for sure. For sure, there are. I think companies are starting to rehire, and I think things are starting to improve.
And what kind of jobs are out there? Any certain categories that are more popular than others, or all around the place?
I think it depends on, for the season, for the holiday season, obviously you're going to find retail, and I think the retail did come up a little bit this season. I think that's a good sign for everyone. And I think that still the digital media area, healthcare jobs, those jobs are always really popular.
Yeah, when I was home for the holidays, I always used to work at a store and be a cashier for the season. I was really happy to get that out
extra
of the way.
money. Yeah.
And my sister, I was just saying, has a holiday job helping to sort clothing at Barney's. It's a warehouse in New Jersey. So how does she keep that job? And how do all those people out there who have holiday jobs keep them and make them full-time?
Well, the first thing is you've got to leave any negative attitude at the door. You've got to come in with a really positive, enthusiastic attitude. You have to smile. You have to be there. You have to really want to be there. And the second thing is I think you have to be able to dress appropriately. For a warehouse, maybe that might not matter. Or for online companies, maybe that won't matter. But if you're working in a fashion company, a retailer, if you're working for a cosmetics company, you've got to dress the part. And you have to know what the corporate culture is, and you have to model the corporate organization. So what's really important is to kind of find out what the dress code is and then dress appropriately. You don't want to stand out. You want to fit in when it comes to dress code.
And probably you also want to always be looking at what you can do extra, to being conscientious about, well, I don't have to do this, but if I maybe step it up and show that I want to do more.
Exactly. Being assertive is really important, and showing that you can add value. So coming in, staying late, those are just little things. People should
and not
pay
complaining
attention to
about it.
Exactly.
Right.
With a smile, thanks. And also what you should really be careful about is trying to do things that will add value and not step on toes, but add value in a good way. Offer suggestions of how you might be able to improve processes in an organization. And pay attention. If you're a quick study, you're going to have more time to learn other things in the organization.
And you tell people to soft pitch themselves. What does that mean?
Well, if you're networking, when you have some free time, you might be able to talk with full-time employees, which I highly recommend. You don't want to collaborate only with other seasonal workers. You want to learn, what everybody knows about the organization. So, when you have a free opportunity, you might be able to soft pitch. You might be able to tell people who you are, what you've done in the past, get people talking about you in a positive manner so that, people will be thinking about you when the season ends.
Right. Now, you've gotten that part-time position, the seasonal job. Should you also resubmit your resume for a full-time position for that same location? You
should check in with Human Resources or with whoever that hiring manager is, and you should let them know that you have a resume on file, update it if you need to, and check in with them periodically. Let them know that you have an interest in the organization. Once you've been there a little while, then you know what you're getting into, and they know what they're getting to.
And you're a success story from the past, right? You used to be a Bloomingdale's gift wrapper, is that correct?
Yeah, years ago. Yeah, my first job when I was in college, and they offered me a full-time job.
So how did you do that in your particular story?
Well, this is many years ago, but I was the gift wrapper, and I was terrible at it, actually. But since my mom worked in...
Who is good at that? I get so annoyed when people are good for gift wrappers.
Yeah,
Sorry,
little tiny things. I don't know how to do too well, but my mom owned her own cosmetic store, so I knew how to sell. So I would lure the people in, and I'd push them off to the sales reps, which they made a great commission, and they were very happy, so I kept people at that countertop.
So you did more than your job requirement, and that's how you do it.
Pretty positive.
So they wanted me on the busy days.
That's great.
Thanks, Karen Russo, for joining us this morning.
Thanks.
All right.